Piezometer. It is the simple form of the manometer used for measuring the gauge pressure. One end of this manometer is connected to the point where pressure is to measure, and other end is open to atmosphere. Come to figure. Here is the pipe having some water and that is flowing, means this is above the atmospheric pressure. Here now we are going to measure the pressure of that fluid. Okay, what will happen? Where we are going to measure the pressure, then one end of the manometer you have to connect, then other end is open to the atmosphere. So here the water is flowing and that is the above the atmospheric pressure. Then what will happen? When the manometer is connected to the pipe, the height of that liquid, okay, that will be increased. That is the H. And here you are going to calculate the pressure of the pipe. So how to calculate? All of you know that pressure at A is equal to rho into G into H. Means rho means the density of the liquid which is flowing in the pipe, and G is the gravity, and here is that height of the liquid. Next manometer. Next manometer is the U2 manometer. Before going to manometer, U2 manometer, you should to know why the naming is U2. Okay. Here you see this is here is the pipe that is bent in a U shape. Okay. This is the pipe bent in a U shape. For that, and this is the tube. Okay. That's why this is U2U manometer. Okay. It consists as a glass tube bent in a U shape. Okay. One end of which is connected to a point at which pressure is to measure, and other end remains open to the atmosphere. Here you see, here I am taking a pipe, okay, the meant a point B. Here is the pressure is flowing above the atmospheric pressure. This is the gauge pressure, and here you are measuring the pressure of that pipe. Okay, by the help of U2 manometer, according to the definition, one end is connected to the pipe where you are going to measure the pressure, and other end is open to atmosphere. Okay, this is one type. Another is the vacuum pressure, means negative pressure. Accordingly definition, here you are going to measure the vacuum pressure. So here one end is connected, another end is open to atmosphere. Okay. So first you come to the first case, that is the gauge pressure. Before we going to got the gauge pressure, let to observe this slide. Here is the concept of the U2 manometer. High pressure, here you observe, here you are changing the pressure. Okay. This side is the pressure where we are going to measure of the pipe, where we are going to measure the pressure of the pipe, and this side is open to atmosphere, and that is this side is atmospheric pressure. Let to come, this is right side and this is left side. The right side is connected to the pipe where we are going to measure the pressure, and left side is open to the atmosphere. Okay. So generally first case, here you see the first case at the same level, means both sides having same pressure. Okay, PA and the PA. Then, okay, 1 minute. Okay. When this side is pressure is high, then what will happen? This high pressure exerted the pressure on the manometric fluid in the right side. For that reason, this side the height is decreased. As a result, the left side pressure is increases in the form of height increases. Okay. This is the high pressure. Okay. If you come to the low pressure, then what will happen? This side is the negative pressure. For that reason, here manometric fluid is sucked in the right side. So this side height is increases, and as a result, the left side height will be decreased. So by this concept, now you are going to explain the gauge pressure and the vacuum pressure. The first case is the gauge pressure. All of you know that the gauge pressure means this is the above the atmospheric pressure. Okay. Here we are going to measure above the atmospheric pressure. So here is the pipe, water is flowing above the atmospheric pressure, and you are going to measure the pressure of the pipe. Okay, in what pressure the water is flowing. Then you are connected to the U2 manometer. One end is connected to the pipe where you have to measure the pressure. Another end is open to the atmosphere. Okay. So when this side is pressure, this side means the right side pressure is more. The right side is more pressure. Then what will happen? This side that fluid having more pressure, that's why it exerted the pressure on the manometric fluid. Then what will happen? This side the manometric fluid will be decreased. As a result, the right side it will be increased. Okay. And here you taking the reference line, that is here at bottom line, that is the AA. Okay. Let's to come some notation. The first is the H1, that is the height of the that liquid. Okay. And H2 is the here the right side, left side, that sorry, right side, that is the H2, the height of the heavy liquid. Heavy liquid means that is the manometric fluid. Manometric fluid means that is the generally you are taking the mercury having density 13,600. Always you have to consider the manometric fluid density is higher than the test fluid. Okay, always in the U2 manometer. Okay, that manometric fluid density is higher than the test fluid. So here you are taking the test fluid having some density, but density means that is lower than the manometric fluid means mercury. So here S1 is the specific gravity of the light liquid, and density is equal to the 1000 into S1, and S2 is the specific gravity of the heavy liquid, and density of the heavy liquid is 1000 into S2. Then come to the here next slide. Pressure is same at the horizontal surface. At the bottom line, both side is pressure is same. So pressure of the left side is equal to pressure at the right side. Means that the pressure above the bottom line in the left column is equal to pressure above the bottom line in the right column. First you come to pressure above the bottom line in the left column. So pressure above the bottom line, what is here? First is the, you have to consider the pressure of the pipe, that is the PA, plus this is the height. Okay, so what is the pressure of the fluid? That is the rho g H1. This is the pressure above the left column. Next is the pressure above the right column. Pressure above the right column only that height of the heavy liquid. Okay, so what will be the pressure? The pressure is the rho 2 into G into H2. So hence, what will, then next is the equating to the left side pressure is equal to the right side pressure. So PA plus rho 1 G H1 is equal to rho 2 G H2. So PA is equal to rho 2 G H2 minus rho 1 G H1. Another step also we can go, you can take G as a common. Okay, so G are taken common, then rho 2 H2 minus rho 1 H1. This is about the gauge pressure. Then you have to come to the vacuum pressure. Vacuum pressure, all of you know, this is the below atmospheric pressure. Now means now you are going to measure the pressure where below atmospheric pressure. Okay, first you come to the figure. This figure here is the, you see, this is the pipe okay, having vacuum pressure. Then what will happen in the left side? In the left side, the manometric fluid will be sucked. When the manometric fluid will be sucked, this side height will be increased. As a result, the right side, the height of the manometric fluid will be 0. Okay. So here H1 is the height of the light liquid, H2 is the height of the heavy liquid, both in the left side. Okay. So then first we have to, same principle, pressure above the bottom line in the left column is equal to pressure head in the right column. So pressure above the left column is equal to, first is the pressure of that pipe, that is the PB, plus that H1 rho G H1 plus rho G H2. That left side. The right side is open to atmosphere, that is the atmospheric pressure, that is 0. So here you have to calculate the measure the pressure of the pipe. So PB is equal to minus rho GH2 plus rho GH1. So here you observe this is the negative sign. Why it is negative sign? Because it is below atmospheric pressure.